Today in this lecture we are going to discuss our practicals of a CPH subject. CPH is a second sem subject and course code of this subject that is 22013. CPH means computer peripheral and hardware maintenance. Let us see the teaching and examination scheme of this subject. There are total 2 lectures allocated for this subject. There is no any tutorial for this subject and single turn practical is there for this subject. So that the total credit of this subject is 4. Here there is no any theory paper for this subject and practical is divided into 2 parts, that is ESE and PA. ESE means end semester examination which is having a 15 marks and it is a external examination. Okay, and PA means progressive assessment which is again divided into 2 parts, means this 15 marks is again divided into the weightage of 60 and 40. This 60, that is the 30 marks, is for the practical assessment for the manual checking, and this 20 marks which is weightage of 40% which is of a micro project assessment. Okay, so that the total marks of this subject is a 100 marks and it is a practical oriented subject. Okay, let us see the practical list of this subject. There are total 14 practicals available in our manual. Okay, first that is identify desktop and server by its type and verify its specification. This point we already discussed in our video lecture, theory video lecture. What is meant by desktop computer, what is the types of desktop, then what is the specification of that particular desktop, laptop and server, and the types of server. Okay, and we already learned the components of a desktop machine, laptop and a server. Okay, next that is identify types of laptop and verify its specification. This is our first experiment. Second experiment, identify hardware component on a motherboard and troubleshoot common problems of motherboard. First of all, we identify different components which are placed on a motherboard, and after that we troubleshoot that common problem of motherboard. Okay, next that is configure BIOS setting. What is mean by BIOS? BIOS is a basic input output system usually referred to as a BIOS, and it is a software stored on a small memory chip on the motherboard. Okay, BIOS instructs a computer how to perform a number of basic functions such as booting, keyboard control, and also used to identify and configure the hardware in a computer such as hard drive, floppy drive, optical drive, CPU, memory, etc. All available settings in a BIOS are configurable via the BIOS setup utility. And here in this experiment we perform the BIOS configuration setting. Okay. Next that is partition and manage hard disk. In that, format the hard disk drive with a different file system. Here in this experiment we partition our disk drive with the file system. Disk formatting means what? Disk formatting is a format or a process of preparing the data storage devices such as a hard disk drive, solid state drive, floppy disk drive or a USB flash drive for the initial use. And in some cases the formatting operation may also create one or more new file systems. This formatting most often refers to the process of generating a new file system, and formatting creates the file system format within a disk partition or logical value, and this may occur during the operating system installation or when adding a new disk. This term of format is understood to mean of an operation in which a new disk medium is fully prepared to store the files. And partitioning means it divides a disk into one or more regions, and partition can be done using the operating system media or a software tools. Okay, so that in this experiment we partition and manage the hard disk drive. Next that is install operating system. Here in this experiment we install the operating system, that is Windows family operating system, that is Windows 7, Windows 10 and Windows Server 12. And same for the installation. In this experiment we install the operating system, that is Unix family operating system such as Linux, Ubuntu, CentOS, etc. Okay. What is mean by operating system? It is a software that manages computer hardware as well as software resources and provides the common services for a computer program. So all computer programs excluding FireWire then requires an operating system to a function. Windows OS computer operating system developed by the Microsoft Corporation to run the personal computer, and the features first graphical user interface for IBM compatibility PCs. The Windows OS soon dominated the PC in market, so that the first version of Windows released in 1985 was simply a GUI offered as an extension of a Microsoft existing disk operating system or a MS-DOS. Okay. Here in this fifth and sixth experiment, we install the operating system Windows 7, or we can install the 10 Windows 10 or a Server 12. And in a sixth experiment, we install the Unix family operating system such as Linux and Ubuntu. Okay. Next practical, that is troubleshoot hard disk problem. In this experiment, we troubleshoot the common hard disk problems. Suppose for the hard disk drive, corrupted files on a hard disk. This is the problem related to hard disk drive. So that we troubleshoot that hard disk drive problems. Then viruses or threats occurred in our files. Then disk defragmentation. Then computer fails to detect the hard disk drive or a BIOS. This is the main important reason to fail the hard disk drive. Then heat and dust, it is a main reason or a problem that in a hard disk drive oftenly or frequently occur, and due to excess of a usage and the system gets heated to peak point, so that sometimes lack of fertilization and CPU fan also causes this problem. Means this type of problem we have to solve, means this type of problem we have to troubleshoot for the hard disk drive problems. Okay. Next, that is install local printer, software configuration setting on a printer and troubleshooting, and share this printer in a network. Okay. Here printer are one of the easiest devices to set up and configure, and there are different types of printers such as dot matrix, inkjet and laser printer. With some of the printer we can set up printer by simply connecting the printer to the PC either using the parallel or the USB port and a USB port and a power supply. But before using the printer for a printing, the appropriate device driver must be installed in a PC. At that time only the printer is worked, so that all modern versions of Windows operating system are able to automatically detect the printer and install the necessary drivers for you. And normally every printer comes with the driver and software CD, DVD. Okay. And in this experiment we install the local printer, means connect the local printer and check the configuration. After that share this printer in a network. Okay. Next experiment, that is set keyboard, mouse, monitor, speaker, microphone and a LCD projector. Here in this experiment we set the keyboard, means a keyboard or a mouse. Keyboard is most of the common input devices which helps to input the data to the computer, and same as that of a traditional typewriter. Mouse is also a popular pointing device called as a cursor control device, which senses the movement of a mouse and sends the corresponding signal to the CPU when the mouse button are pressed. Microphone is an input device to input the sound that is then stored in a digital form and used for a various applications such as adding the sound to a multimedia presentation or mixing the music. Monitors are commonly as a visual display unit, that is VDU, and are a main output device of a computer, and it forms the images from tiny dots called as a pixels, are arranged in a rectangular form, and the sharpness of the image depends on the number of pixels. means clear image, it is depend on the number of pixel, and the computer speaker are the output device used to hear the sounds and musics from the program through the internet and the movies. And LCD projectors is the type of video projector for displaying the video images or computer data on a screen or other flat surfaces. So that in this practical we perform the set, means we install or that how to connect these devices, means how to connect the keyboard, mouse, LCD projector, etc. Next, that is install SMPS, measure the voltage levels in the main connectors of SMPS connecting various devices. So reconnecting various subsystems. What is the main function of SMPS? SMPS converts the electric power from the AC to DC and the load by converting the characteristics of a current and a voltage. And SMPS provides a regulated power supply to the computer system irrespective of the input variations. Means it provides a voltage to the particular component in a CPU. SMPS gives the power to all the components in your computer system. Okay, and the advantages of SMPS are smaller in size, lightweight, better power efficiency, wide output range, and the low heat generation. In computer, mainly three types of DC voltage are required to run, that is 12 volts is necessary for the motherboard itself and new age graphics card. 5 volts is required for a chassis CPU fan or a USB ports, and 3.3 volts is used for the CPU. Okay, and 12 volts is also required for a smart chassis fans. Hence the computer power supply can convert the volt electrical to, means 220 or 230 volt electrical to the plus 12 volt, minus 12 volt, plus 5 volt, minus 5 volt, and 3.3 volts. Okay, means it converts the AC to DC electric power. Next experiment, that is assemble and deassemble the desktop system. Okay, what is mean by assemble? The desktop computer system is made up of different internal components such as motherboard, memory, hard disk drive, CD, DVD drive, SMPS, and the external peripheral devices such as keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, and scanner, etc. And all these components and peripherals are properly connected by assembling the computers. Means we assemble or made a computer, then at that time we connected this all the devices properly. Hence student will be able to know how to desktop PC assemble and deassemble. Okay, next one, that is troubleshoot computer system by diagnosing the problem. What is meant by troubleshooting? Troubleshooting is a form of a problem solving often applied to a repair failed products or a processes on a machine or a system. Means it is a problem solving, or first of all we have to find the problem, after that we have to resolve that problem, is called as a troubleshoot. And it is a logical systematic search for the sources of a problem in order to solve it. Okay, and make the product or a process operational again. Means a computer system being an important working resources, proper diagnosis of a problem and timely solution will prevent any business loss. Okay, so that in this experiment we troubleshoot the common computer systems problem by diagnosing the problems. So, such as there are many problems occurred in a computer system, means reboot. We can check all the cables. We can check each and every components are properly connected or not. Okay, next, that is use of diagnostic software for fault finding and viruses. Diagnostic tools are the powerful and dedicated software allow for diagnosing and troubleshooting your machine, so that they can provide some extra utility and can help you to track down the issues with your hardware and software. And they can even scan the viruses and the malwares, and it is tools can be used for find out the files and directories opened by the processor, detailed information about the task, processes, models, etc. Easy to check of suspicious files via the file database or VirusTotal services. Use try to hits of a detailed system and battery status, acquire the additional system information, etc. Okay, so that by using diagnostic software we find out the faults as well as viruses in our system. Next, undertake the preventive maintenance of a PC using the vacuum cleaner and simple tools. What is preventive maintenance? Preventive maintenance is a procedure of taking measures of preactively, which prevents the problem or issues from occurring in the PC. What are the issues or occurred in our PC? They are resolved. Is called as a preventive maintenance, and it is a type of procedure. Okay, maintenance and troubleshooting of computer system and its peripheral is an important skill to unkeep the computer system. And preventive maintenance is a procedure of taking the measures proactively which prevents the problem or issues from occurring in the PC. So periodically preventive maintenance is required to maintain the PC in working condition, and preventive maintenance of system can be a hardware or a software maintenance. So these are the total 14 experiments available for our CPH subject, and we perform this on a lab. Out of this 14 we have two mandatory experiments are a 6. Which are they? First is a first experiment, it is a mandatory. Second also mandatory. Third and fourth, these two also mandatory. Then 8 practical, that is install local printer, is also mandatory or important. And last that is the installation of SMPS. These are the total 6 experiments which we have which we performs or must we perform these experiments in a lab. Let us see first experiment. First experiment or practical number first, that is specifications of desktop PC, laptop and server. Specification of desktop PC, laptop and servers, this point is already be discussed in our theory video lecture. Okay, first of all we'll see practical significance of this experiment. A desktop computer laptop system typically runs a user-friendly operating system and desktop application to facilitate desktop oriented tasks. Okay, in contrast, a server manages all the network resources and performs no other task besides the server tasks. There are different types of computer system with a different specification. Okay, hence the student will be able to identify the specifications of desktop, laptop and the server with its type for a given application. There are various desktop and laptop types of desktop, means mini computer, micro, mainframe, supercomputer. These are the types of a computer, and their specification are different, depends on the type. And main difference between client and server is that server act or a server's function is different as compared to client. What is mean by client? Client is a machine which requests to server for the providing services, and server is a machine which provides the services to the client for requesting, for their request is whatever the request the client sent to that server, server provides that services to the client. Okay, this is the main difference between server and client. Okay, then relevant program outcomes of this practical is PO2 and PO3, that is discipline knowledge and experiments and practice. These are the POs. Then relevant course outcome, that is identify different types of computer system. These are the CO which is addressed for this practical number first. Then practical learning outcome, that is identify the desktop and servers by its type. There are mainly 3 types of servers available, that is the blade server, rack server, tower server, and these points also we discussed in our theory video lecture. Okay, identify types of laptop and verify its specification. And fifth point, that is competency and practical skills. Identify desktop PC, laptop and servers, then write the specification of desktop, laptop and server and handle computer system carefully. Next point, that is minimum theoretical background. These are the theory parts which provided in our manual of the desktop, laptop and PC. Desktop is a personal computer, generally consists of a monitor, keyboard, mouse, either as a horizontal or vertical form factor cabin. Okay. Then laptop is also a computer, and sometimes it is called as a notebook, which is a portable personal computer powered by a battery, and which have attached a keyboard, touchpad, trackball, joysticks used for navigation, and thin LED or LCD display screen. And server is a computer designed to process requests and transport the data to other computer, called as a client. Means in a previous we told you that what is meant by client and what is the server. Okay, there are different types of server available, that is tower server, blade server and rack server. Tower server is similar to the desktop PC, only difference is that it is more drivers and hardware into the single tower. And rack server consists of multiple servers and are specifically constructed to fit in these small spaces. And blade server are a slim and compact, just like a bed, and they slides vertically into a specially designed chassis, and having much great processing power, take up less space and use the less energy than the forms of a server used for a same purposes. These are the advantages of a blade server. Okay, these are the minimum theoretical background of our practical number first. Let us see resources required for this practical, that is desktop PC. Specification, that is Pentium 4 or above with the keyboard, mouse and monitor. Okay, one quantity is required, whichever is available. Means this specification is a minimum specification. Then laptop, this is also one number of quantities required when doing this practical. Then server, any latest computer server is required for this experiment. Then the next point, that is procedure. In this procedure, first of all, we have to identify the desktop, laptop and server available in our lab. Then identify various parts of a desktop, laptop and server. Then observe the standard specification of this desktop, laptop and server. Then observe the various parts of a desktop, laptop and server, and compare desktop PC, laptop and server, and find the price of a desktop, laptop and server PC. Then precaution while doing this experiment we have to follow, that is connect all parts of a desktop PC correctly. First of all, we connect the all parts of a desktop correctly. After that, connect the power supply carefully. When doing a practical, first of all, connect the power supply carefully and shut down the PC properly. After doing that practical or after completing this experiment, we have to shut down or must shut down the PC properly. Okay, these are the precautions. Next point, this is for the student side. Resources required. Here you have to write, students, you have to write in your notebook the resources required for this practical. These are the resources which are required for doing this practical, that is desktop PC, laptop and server. After that, actual procedure followed. Which type of procedure you have to follow? First of all, you have to identify the desktop, laptop and PC. These procedures you have to follow. First of all, identify, then identify various parts, then observe the specification, observe the various parts of desktop, compare these three, and price of a different desktop, PC, laptop and a server. Okay, and precaution followed. Which type of precautions you have to follow for doing when you doing a practical? At that time, first of all, connect all the desktop parts properly, then connect the power supply properly, and after doing this experiment or completing this experiment, must to shut down the computer system. Okay, here you have to write the resources used in your notebook, actual procedure followed, which actual procedure you have to follow right here, and precaution followed. Write this on your notebook and send or attach or upload in our study material. Okay, next observations. When you doing the practical number first of all, observations. In this table you have to write the specification of desktop PC first. Here first point, that is processor. means it is also called as a CPU. Manufacturer or processor, suppose your desktop machines or desktop computer system with the Intel manufacturer processor is available in our desktop. To write here Intel, then in a specification you have to write the which type of processor you have to use it in your desktop, that is Intel Core 2 Duo, Intel i7 i3 processor, or Intel R Core 2 Duo, etc. Here then processor speed, it is a 2.93 gigahertz, 360 gigahertz right here, the speed of your processor. For checking your desktop specification of desktop, first of all right click on to the computer system on my computer and see in about tab it display each and every points of specification of your desktop. Like a mobile phones, suppose you want to check the mobile details, you go to the about tab and check the details. Likewise you have to check your desktop PC specification, right click on that property, right click on the my computer and check in a property, or you have to check in a about tab the specification of a desktop. Okay, next operating system, which operating system you have installed in your machine. It is Windows 7, Windows 8, which type of it is a 32-bit, 64-bit supported operating system, etc. Then memory, which type of memory you have to install in your desktop machines. These all the details or specification you have to find in our machine by right clicking on that machine and check the property of this machine, or you have to check all the details on a about tag. Okay, for hard disk drive you have to right click on my computer, then go to the manage and check the disk management. Here in this disk management you have to find the hard disk, how many storage or how size of these hard disks are available for this machine. It is 1 TB or 2 TB, etc. Then keyboard, mouse, disk management. In the disk management you have also check the keyboard, mouse, monitor, hard disk drive, CD, DVD drive, their manufacturer and a specification. Keyboard type, which type of keyboard you have to install, it is optical, optomechanical, which type of mouse you have to, wireless or wired mouse, you have to find or check in our in our machine. Okay, USB ports, how many USB ports are available for a PC. It is 2 ports, 4 ports. Write down each and every points in your notebook. Okay, next point, that is specification of laptop and server. For the specification of laptop also you have to right click onto the my computer and check the properties of that computer or laptop, and here write down each and every specification of our laptop machine. Okay, for the server specification in our lab there are a type of server, that is rack server is available in our Sharad Institute. In Sharad Institute our server type is a rack server. Okay, and manufacturer that is IBM, and the processor that is Xenon processor which are usually in our server, and the speed of that is 2.0 gigahertz speed, and the number of processors are 1, and memory RAM that is a 16 GB memory is available for our server. Next point, that is cache memory. Cache memory is available and it is a 512 cache memory hard disk drive. It is a 2 TB hard disk drive available in our server. Then hard disk drive support is SCSI hard disk drive supported for our server. Network adapter it is presented, that is 4, and the Firewire port is also available, and USB ports also available in our server. Then wireless no, and the operating system that is Windows Server 2008 operating system we have to install in our server, and CD DVD drive is available in our server. These are the specification of our lab server. Okay, write down this specification also in our your notebook. Okay, next point, that is practical related questions. Here students you have to write the practical related these 3 questions. First that is write the frequency of processor in a desktop PC, laptop and server. Okay, And next, that is label different parts of desktop computer. Here arrow is shown that this, what is this? This is a for example, this is a CPU. Okay, here write down this is a CPU. Okay, for this is a mouse. Okay, this is a keyboard. Write down each and every label or different parts of a desktop computer, okay, in your notebook, and label different parts of a laptop, which is shown in figure 2. This is the monitor. Suppose this is a monitor, this is the keyboard or keypad, this is the touchpad, left and right button, speaker port, this is the USB port, this is the HDMI port, this is the VGA port, then LAN port, then a power supply port or a power connector. These are the labels. This is the practical number first of our CPH, that is specification of desktop PC, laptop and server. Okay, thank you.